Carmen, the DNA expert. And Carmen, I have a really great question for you. The most common gym injury is muscle sprains and strains. Why is that?
Well, here's how to prevent workout injuries. Understanding your DNA first, okay? So what we're looking at here is my own personal DNA profile. It's a very comprehensive, full, explanatory.
It's huge.
Explanations. And in this special little area right here, you're going to see that this is my fit power area, okay? So in this area, it talks about my endurance genes, my sprint and power genes, my ligament and tendon genes, my stroke risk, cardiovascular health. It goes into my muscle recovery area, my muscle strength area, energy availability while I'm training. It goes into oxygen uptake areas, all within my own body's DNA. Without knowing this, I wouldn't know still what to be doing in the gym. So to put it simply, what works for one person may not work for the other person. And until we had the ability to look at our own genetic function, we had this big blanket approach. For example, we did full body workouts. For some people in the gym, that was great. They got results, they lost weight, they felt good. But for somebody else, that was too much work for them. So they ended up getting injured because their muscles were getting overtrained. So here's another a really interesting thought to think about. So some people want to grow their legs. So they work out 3 times a week legs. And their legs balloon up and they grow and they're like popping muscle.
Boom.
Whereas somebody else like me, I tried that. My legs shrunk.
What?
And I was sore all the time. And it actually was encouraging some other bad health genes to kick off and give me lung infections, chest infections, ear infections chronically.
Wow.
So sometimes people don't relate overtraining in the gym to why they may be getting an ear infection all the time, or why their other areas of their body are malfunctioning. So it's really important to understand what you should be doing in the gym so that you can lessen your injury. A lot of people will get a strain because they're overtraining pretty much. And that's why it's so important, so incredibly important to understand your own very own DNA first, because you will get better results if you have mutations in your DNA like I do by resting a little bit more between your workouts. So for example, on a quad day, if I just kill my legs on a workout, I need a good 8 or 9 days to recover. Whereas somebody else, that would be a completely wrong story for them. And I think that over all the years of me being in the gym, the #1 fall off rate in the gym, why people quit going to the gym, is because they don't feel good. Yeah? And they get hurt. Mm-hmm. So, we always talk about the athletes getting hurt. Well, let's talk about all the regular people that go to the gym and get hurt, because there's way more of them.
Yeah, I don't have to go anymore, dang.
They pulled their shoulder, or they pulled their wrist, or their elbow's hurting. There's lots of strains and different types of injury that I've seen in the gym that is simply because people are not following what is best designed for their own body makeup, their own body blueprint, which is your genetics. That is your DNA. So I highly recommend you learning your DNA.
Boom. Actually, okay. Can I ask you a question though?
Yes.
Because as a DNA expert, I can get that information, but can I assume that with that information, I can show it to you and you can put a perfect plan together for my body?
Absolutely.
Wow, that's awesome.
Yes, and that's something that I really enjoy doing. I love going through everybody's individual DNA, not just reading their DNA, but understanding the person, understanding what their goals are, what their pains are, what their frustrations are, what their likes are, what their dislikes, because I don't want to give you a DNA program that you don't enjoy either. So it's really important for me to use DNA as a tool, but still to figure out what's going to be best for your lifestyle. For example, you may be a mom with 5 kids at home. So how are you going to go to the gym 5 days a week if your DNA says you can? So, DNA is not everything, but it is the first step to understanding what is best suited for your body.
Awesome.